Welcome back, guys. So this video, we're going to talk about a hydraulic 3-point top link for a Category 2 hitch. And I've been wanting one for some time now, but just haven't really wanted to spend the money. But what I found is I've got a forklift attachment for my 3-point hitch, and depending on how the tractor's sitting and the load you're trying to pick up is, sometimes the fork won't quite line up with the pockets on the pallet. So I thought, you know what, I'm tired of messing around with it. What I ended up doing was setting the mechanical top link so that it was actually at a little bit of a downward angle. But the problem is my property isn't completely flat and level. So on occasion I've been carrying something on the back, driving up a hill, and it's fallen right off. So that's just another reason for me to try and get a hydraulic top link. Well, I've had this hydraulic John Deere cylinder for some time, and I thought, I could probably make one out of that. This is a 2.5-inch diameter cylinder, but then I would have to find a way to make these, shackles into some sort of a ball or a socket setup, because I wouldn't want to put a pin through and only attach it to one side of my mount on the tractor. So that wasn't going to be an option. What I ended up doing was I went online and I started looking around, and I found a bunch of Chinese, hydraulic cylinders that would go on the top. The problem with the Chinese ones is I couldn't find the right length of cylinder that I needed. With that forklift attachment on there, I went out and I made it level, and I measured from center to center of that top link, and it ended up being about 27 inches. Most of your Category 2, at least the Chinese cylinders I found, only went to 28 inches, which only gives me about an inch of down. So I went on YouTube and I started looking for a bunch of videos on top links, and I ran across Tractor Time with Tim, and he talked about this, I think it's agristourusa.com, and they sell Italian-made hydraulic top points or top links. So what I ended up buying was, I took his advice and I bought this here. This one goes from 22.5 to 33.5 inches. So that would be perfect for me in my application. The price was a little bit more than what you'd pay for one of the Chinese cylinders. I guarantee it's better quality, so I shouldn't have to mess with it much. While I was there, you do have to buy these separate. At the time of this video, these are about $65, and you can tell that one side, these are stackable, so it's got a 90-degree bend there, and they are made to stack like that. I don't think that's how it's going to work on my tractor, but that is an option for a lot of them. It also comes with a couple adapters. These are British to NPT pipe threads, so in case you need to use these, they do come with it. So with that being said, why don't we go grab the tractor out of the shed and we'll bring it in the barn and get to looking at it. All right, let's see if we can get this out of here without moving the lawnmower next to it. So this is my forklift attachment. It is made by Titan, and that's my top link. Now, if you look carefully at this top link, it has been made because you see that welded seam there. Somebody has taken a half of a category 2 and half of a category 1 and put them together, and it came like this when I bought it. Luckily, this forklift attachment does have a category 2 hookup on it, so that's the one we'll be using. So let's get this off of here, and we'll start hooking up the hydraulic one. Take all that slack off of it here, and I'm gonna get that pin out. There we go. Actually, I'll just take that category 1 pin out because we won't need it. Okay, well, there is our first problem. So it looks to me like the width of this here will not go into the rear of my tractor, which means that I'm going to probably have to grind this down. I'm sure both sides are probably the same. Yeah, just a hair. So I guess I'll go take my grinder. We'll take a little bit off this surface, a little bit off the other side, and come back and see if we can get it to go in there. Well, we'll just keep doing that until it fits. All right, so we got it ground down enough. I got looking at this, and that other one was on the top link here, or the top holes. And I think because we're going down on the forklift attachment here, I think we're going to go down one on the tractor too. So, oh, may have to clean that hole out. It's got a little grease in it. Still tight fit, but it goes now. Perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull these plugs out and install the lines. Now I think how I'm going to route these is I'm going to kind of have them angle back towards the attachment and plug in like that. That seems to probably be the best way to go about that. So because I'm doing that, I'm going to put the one that doesn't have the extension 90 degree on the bottom. go. Oop. All right, that ought to be good. You know, I'll wait until I get this one tight. So, maybe something like that. I think that looks pretty good right there. There we go. And we'll do the same angle on this. All right, now that these are open, I'm gonna see if I can pull this cylinder out and we'll attach it onto the implement. Hook it up here. There we go. Okay, so I believe on this tractor, this is just a return, and this is one direction and that's another. Almost positive that's how that works. So, I'm hoping that these are the right ends, and we'll see if it plugs in. Actually, let's do this. Looks like it plugged in. Perfect. That should do it. I guess all we got to do now is start it up. We'll see how it works. All right, so we're going to open the door because of the smoke. This tractor does smoke when it's cold. And I've never actually used these rear hydraulics on this tractor, so I don't have a clue what's going to happen. I do want to keep an eye on this and make sure that I'm not going to ruin this cylinder. I've seen on some other channels that it binds up in certain situations, so I want to make sure that that's not going to happen here. Let's go ahead and fire it up and see what happens. Well, evidently my microphone cut out while I was doing that. But as I was working this, you know, these hydraulic lines, they didn't get too tight of a bend. I think they'll be okay. I don't see any leaks up here anywhere. I did notice that when I lift this all the way up and I tilt all the way forward, as you've seen, it probably jerked the tractor backwards. I think that that might come in handy to have some downforce with these forks. You know, if you wanted, you could probably put a tire under here and pop the bead loose. You know, that'd be a good use for that. But no, it works great. I'm very happy with it. It's going to really add a lot of usefulness to this attachment. So the other thing I found out too is that this had a ball hitch on it, which I knew, but I took this 6-inch riser here and I put a ball on it. And by doing that, I can leave these forks on and pick up trailers and still move them around. Most of the trailers I have anyway. So that comes in handy too. So I just leave that ball on there. These are 5-foot forks. I'm usually dealing with 4-foot pallets, so it worked out. So in summary, I'm extremely happy with this cylinder. It's going to make my life a lot easier around here. I would highly recommend buying from agrostoreusa.com. I feel like you're getting a quality product. The cost is not that much more compared to a Chinese cylinder, and it should last a lot longer. So I think that's going to wrap this up, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.